So let me ask you this here. As an ambitious person, there's somewhat a penalty that's on you to be organized. If you're ambitious, you have to be, I think it's a penalty that you have of being ambitious, that you have to be very organized, to be very detailed. You just have to have a methodical plan. But when you are an ambitious person, you also tend to enjoy work. But you've done a good job during your life, and I'm sure you'll tell me you could have done it better, but managing your spiritual relationship, your mind, your physical body, your relationships with family members, and your finances. You try to manage them all. How do you try to balance all the spirit, mind, body, relationships, and finances? How do you manage all 5 of those?
Well, first of all, I've come to the conclusion that life is not all about me.
Okay.
That's the very first thing. I'm not the center and everybody revolves around me. That's not the way it is.
Okay.
I'm part of this incredible journey, and I have other people along that journey with me. My family, my immediate family, my extended family, my friends. And I try to live my life in such a way that I can be of value to them. Like I met a guy on the plane, a young guy from South Africa. He has no family here in Tulsa. I got a call from him. I've only met him once. He said, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to someone. I may have to go back home. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I said, okay, here's my number. Call me. We'll go to lunch. I try to build my life in such a way that I can have time for others, because I wouldn't be talking to you today if people had not built time into their lives for me. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, and I guess, and this is, I'm just trying to marinate, rotisserie marinate on this. What time do you specifically schedule family time?
I don't have a specific time.
How do you decide that when you don't have time for, okay, here's an example. My wife used to coach cheerleading. So sometimes she would be at cheerleading practice. And so she'd be coaching, and then I would want to meet with you or somebody like yourself. And I would suggest, well, I could meet at 6 o'clock on Tuesday. And at some point you have to say no to a guy like me who's calling and wanting to meet at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday because you already have something committed with your wife. How do you draw that boundary in the family?
Well, I think there are a couple of things. Quality of time, sincerity of effort, all of those things have to play in, and holding conversation, letting people know what's going on. Because I had the bad habit of holding work to myself.
Check. One, I'm going to make sure not to do that anymore.
Holding work to myself. But now I think sharing what my day looks like. So if I come home and have to do something, it makes sense. But if I have not shared any information and I come home and right in the family time I have to do something that's really important, but it's like a dangling participle. It's not attached to anything that anybody else knows about except me.
Do you share this with Barbara, your incredible wife, before the day starts, or how does she know what's going on? Do you share a calendar?
No, my incredible wife has a tendency to tell you that I'm important. And that tells me, oh, that's right. Then I better reorganize some of this stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, so the relationships, we know that. Now, physical fitness, you just get up right away. We talked about you just get up right away and you do that. Right away. Do you not want to do it, but you just do it right away because you get it out of the way? Or do you like it?
No. I like it when I'm about 90% through.
Okay. But you just do it right away.
But I do it right away so I don't have time to tell myself no.
Okay. And now your mind, do you take time to read books, articles, trade journals, things to enrich your mind? Do you take time in the day to do that?
Now, let me ask a question so I won't get off tangent here. Now, there's the mind. Are we talking about the mind or the mindset? Because I don't want to jump ahead of.
Well, I'm going to say, I would say for the average entrepreneur, you hear all the time, well, most successful people read books. Mm-hmm. Most successful people listen to audio CDs. Mm-hmm. Most successful people study successful people. Mm-hmm. Do you schedule time in your day to do that? To I guess help build your mindset or to help study success?
Well, I think the first thing that an entrepreneur has to know, or any person listening has to know, is that considerable work has been done at Stanford on the mindset. You either have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. And the growth mindset is the mindset that anticipates the future and anticipates being part of that. And if you are anticipating the future, then reading becomes important because it is stretching you. It takes you to another place. Having conversations with great people. And I'm using great in the sense they have accomplished something within the sphere of their world. And they're happy about that. And you can go into that.
But there's a growth mindset or a set mindset that's been identified.
Been identified,
Okay.
yes.